I don't mind the wind. Okay.
Cold in them buses, and then I knew if you got water, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, alright, here we are again. We are in Nu'uanu Pali Lookout. This is the area where the ancient Polynesian monarchy did battle, and most of the people who lost their lives fell over a huge cliff. And this is the area where we are going to see that. There is a viewpoint that has a huge picture right on the side of this peak where you can see down into the valley, and it actually shows you a picture of the battle itself. And we will come up to that point shortly. We're about maybe a couple of feet away from it. As you can see, it's very windy up here. We're probably like maybe a couple of thousand feet up from the ground floor from where we were before. You have an enormous amount of peaks here too, see? Pretty much how it is over here, and a lot of rainfall. There's a lot of rainfall over here, and it's very windy. So we're coming up on that peak right now, as you can see here. And there I can see the sign that shows you the battle between the monarchy. It's amazing, picture. But first, we have got to see this view. It is the most amazing view in all of Hawaii. I think so. Watch this. Camera. This is amazing. You can see it. Just look at that. All that greenery. Swoop down again. Show you the battle between, it's called Nu'uanu Pali State wayside. I'm going to show you. Okay, it says right here, Battle of Nu'uanu united the islands. It says in the 1700s, Kamehameha from the islands of Hawaii sought to unite all the Hawaiian islands under one rule. The Battle of Oahu began with the arrival of his forces at Waikiki in 1795. Oahu had been defeated by Maui forces a decade earlier, and Maui's chief Kalani Kule now led the forces after many hard-fought battles. He was driven up Nu'uanu Valley to his location. Both sides fought with Hawaiian spears and Western firearms. Anyway, we ain't got much time. We only got like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna show you the picture. Stop pushing me.
I was trying to get the picture.
You don't have to push me. Don't.
I was telling you.
Tell me, don't push. Yeah, well, hey, I like learning the. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, I'm gonna show you this here real quick. Anyway, there it is. That's the battle. Gotta go. Gotta run back to the bus. Well, not run, but most of the people that's already here, they're not from the bus. They actually just live here on the island, so they're here to see the sights. Anyway, going back to the bus. big ship, you know, the one that sunk. Anyway, that was a pretty deep, it was a pretty deep story right there about what really happened here all those years ago. You know. But here we go, we're running back to the bus, trying to get there. Woo. That wasn't even 10 minutes, that was like 5 minutes.
Oh, this wind is so strong.
I felt like I was pushing against it. Oh boy. Anyway, back on the bus. Back on the bus once again. Anyway, it's a very short-lived tour there.
I'm glad I would have been around my hair. My hair would have been with all this wind.
Yeah, you would have been looking like Buckwheat's mama. Or his auntie. Or sister. But anyway. But yeah, that was a pretty short-lived demonstration of what happened right there at that peak back in 1797. Pretty bloody battle. Spears and people falling off the cliff. It's ridiculous. Now you see that, I mean, you come here for the culture. She says she likes the culture, but she don't want to learn nothing about it. Cuckoo. I don't understand that. I don't know, I think she's just jealous because I know more about it than she does. What you think? I'll tell her I did it. She don't have any video. But anyway. That was my 7-minute rendition about what happened.
What was it?
Okay, folks, I mentioned that it would be a tad windy out there.
Yeah.
Now,
Gotta go a tad windy.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being no wind, 10 being very, very windy, today is right around a 4.
Yeah,
It can be very, very, very windy up here, and there's a good reason for it. Remember, the trade winds blow from the northeast. Earlier this morning, we saw this V in the mountain from down below. It is the lowest point in the 40-mile-long mountain range. Now, all that wind is coming from the northeast. Wind is like water. It follows the path of least resistance, but it has to go someplace, because all the wind coming behind it. That wind follows that low V in the mountain, then the Venturi effect kicks in, and the velocity greatly increases as it rushes through the opening here. It can be